Hello, and welcome to a different style of a video that I usually do. I want to talk about colorless, but we won't really talk about what's new in the game. I haven't really been working on it, and this is what this video is about. So if you haven't seen my videos, I am working on a game called Colorless. It is a turn-based RPG similar to the style of Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. The main character, Emily, was looking for a book that was said to be the key to creating beautiful art. She found the book, but has transported her inside, and now she's tasked to find a way out, but also save the world from a mass colorlessness that has been happening. And color in the world is basically super important. It's who you are as a person, your emotions, passion, and everything that makes you, well, you. The prologue and chapter 1 have been completed, and the demo has been out on my website for free if you would like to try it out. You can watch all the past devlogs to see what's in it, but I also don't want to spoil, so just give it a try. So next chapter is the blue color zone, and I already created some things for it in the past couple of months, but in the month of February, I haven't touched the project file once. Now, it's not because I'm not having fun making it, or that I'm lazy, or I don't have enough time. It might be a little bit of that. But the main issue I have is my financial situation. I'm not making this video because I want you guys to donate it to me. I'm making it to keep you guys updated on what is going on with my game and why there's a slowdown. No matter how you support me with actually donating or even just playing my game, spreading the word, or just subscribing to my channel, I appreciate every single one of you. If you don't know, I have a bachelor's degree from a private institution and I paid a lot of money to attend this college and it took a bunch of loans out. Now that I graduated, I have been paying back those loans every month, and I basically pay the same amount as rent each month for just the loans. My degree was also in computer coding field, and the field has been very saturated, and a lot of tech layoffs has been happening in the past couple of years, so it has been basically impossible for me to find a job in the industry to help pay off these loans. I thankfully still have a job, and my parents don't mind me staying at their house. But this job is barely above minimum wage, and I basically work as a full-time employee without any benefits, which, kind of sucks. But this position I have is a lifeguard position, and something else happened with my job when it started to get cold. I did not work for December and January, which really cut down my finances a lot. I was already saving up for these months, but rent payments for 2 months is still a lot on top of any other expenses I might want, like my climbing gym membership and other subscriptions that I have. I basically paid for barely any art in these 2 months, but the art that I still got was quite expensive as animation costs is a hefty amount. In February, I finally started working again, but something else came up that was my decision to make. My CPU in my computer was running pretty slow, like really slow. I didn't feel like I wasn't comfortable with how fast anything was loading, and also for future games that I wanted to make videos on, it would be difficult to do. Like Monster Hunter Wilds, it was basically impossible to play that game without getting a new CPU. So getting a new CPU means that I can play more games at a better quality while also recording with no issues. It makes me edit videos faster and export them faster. It makes me create my game colorless in a faster environment, and overall, I'll just have a better PC to do the things I love to do. But I didn't want to go cheap on the CPU, so that means I also needed to get a new motherboard that supported that CPU, and I also needed a better cooler to help with the temperatures that I'll be hitting with this powerful CPU. And finally, I wanted more RAM, so I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, which is plenty enough for probably like 3 or 4 years. All this costs quite a bit of money, and my first paycheck was for basically all of these items, and my second paycheck is for my loans, so I don't have any art to work on colorless. Technically, I could still work on it without the art assets. The way I like to work is that with the art assets I already implemented, so I can make sure I can line up all the animations with the code right, and overall, it just feels better when refactoring code because the animations changed how I want it to work, basically. So the short answer of why I'm not making anything is money, but the next month should be a little bit different. This doesn't mean I haven't been working on colorless at all though, as sitting at a lifeguard stand for so long gives you a bunch of ideas for future content I want to implement. If you don't want to be spoiled about it, this video is basically over for you. So you can click off of the video. But if you haven't already subscribed, please do and leave a like. But in the next chapter, you will be meeting Lilith, the blue color spirit. She is also known as the Spirit Queen. There is also a Spirit King, and we will get to that. Lilith runs a mansion in the world, so she can save spirits from going into the afterlife without accomplishing what they wanted to do. Like, what did they want to finish before they left the world, basically. But this comes at a cost of time, as the longer the spirits stay, the more likely they will lose all their memories and wander out to be a lost soul in the spooky forest. Lilith wants to give all the spirits a chance to finish what they want, but the Spirit King doesn't believe that the risk is worth it, and would rather have the spirits go into the afterlife as fast as possible. So that's why Lilith left the underworld and was basically banished by herself from heading down there, so she doesn't entice other spirits to come back up, which was the deal this king and the queen made. Before you gain Lilith's trust on the adventure, you need to help a couple of spirits in the mansion that want to do a certain task before they move on to the afterlife. Some will be mini-games, and others might be a certain item that you have to cook and give them. But after you gain the trust of Lilith, you and her need to break the rules and head into the underworld so you can get to the blue color spirit temple, which is in possible danger. Lilith will give you the ability to turn into a ghost, and with this ability you can pass through certain walls and also be invisible to enemies you pass. You basically need to sneak through the underworld and not get spotted by any of the king's minions so you can make it there. Also, gaining this new ability means I will be adding new areas in the areas I already made, so you have a reason to go back to the other areas in the world, and since it will be a pretty long walk to get to different areas, a fast travel mechanic will also be implemented. That is pretty much what I have planned for Chapter 2, and I am super excited to get started once my financial situation gets better. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you have any comments and or concerns about my game, leave a comment please. I will read it when I have the time. I hope you have a fun time playing the demo, and hopefully I can get this chapter done this year, which is the goal. Take care now.